Text me. Steve Core says things. Since we're in now.
Red Devil basketball is on the air. Evanston looks to take a strong round ball tradition into the next roaring 20s. Catch all the glass-breaking action on your home for Red Devil Sports, KNYN 99.1, with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com. Red Devil basketball is brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, Dr. McKay Frankham, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Arrowhead Dental, Plains Tires, The Littlest Wood Shop, Evanston Regional Hospital, the Come On In Casper, Evanston Parks and Recreation, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Uinta County School District Number 1, Elling Ford Brothers, The Store, Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, Bear River Dental, Mountain West Business Solutions, and by Wyoming Dental Specialties. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to sit back, relax, and raise the pitchforks as we head to the arena to join the voice of your Evanston Red Devils, ELAN OLLIFF.
Welcome to this First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com. Well, what a journey we have seen this weekend. The first round, the Red Devils lose to Cody by double digits, then dominate Jackson in a winner-go-home game yesterday. And now, after a barn burner of a matchup against Rock Springs, finds themselves in the third-place game with their tickets punched for Casper. They will be playing in the state tournament next weekend. We are about 14 minutes away from the start of this one. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will have the scene set for today's third-place game featuring the Red Devils taking on the Green River Wolves. After this, on a First Bank presentation of Evanston basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
The importance of saving and learning how to use money wisely can be taught from a very young age. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we offer youth accounts to help kids learn to save, borrow, and spend responsibly. Our youth accounts are special, just like the kids in our community. Check out our See You Grow, See You Learn, and See You Prosper accounts for kids 0 to 18. These accounts are great to start managing finances. Open a youth account today for $1. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Welcome back to this First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com. It's time to set the scene for this third-place game featuring your Evanston Red Devils taking on the Green River Wolves. The Wolves come in with a total record of 9 wins, 16 losses, 2-4 in the 4A Southwest, picking up wins against Jackson both times. Last time they were out was under an hour ago, where they beat Cody 74-61 to punch their tickets to Casper. Coach Lori Ivy very, very happy with that result for the Wolves. Right now, Green River allowing around 56 points per game, fifth best offense, scoring offense in the state, according to the YO Prep stats. And where the problems come for Green River is on the defensive side on the floor. They are allowing just under 62 points per game. And that is where Evanston hopes to kind of better them to get that better seeding for state in Casper next week. First games, of course, taking place at Casper College next Thursday night. Red Devils come in with a total record of 11 wins, 14 losses, 5-1 in the 4A Southwest. Last time they were out, they got a barn burner 6-point victory over Rock Springs to punch their tickets for the Oil City. And now the Red Devils getting ready to play in this third place game. Evanston currently scoring around 52 points per game and allowing 56 points per game. So it will be a definite showdown as we have seen between these teams. Hopefully Evanston can get a little bit of separation. We don't have a showdown that we had 2 weeks ago when these two teams faced off at Red Devil Gymnasium. A triple overtime victory for the Red Devils as the Wolves came in there wanting to upset Evanston, ruin their perfect quadrant record at the time. It was on a Thursday night, right before Evanston would travel to Star Valley to play what would basically become the 4A Southwest Championship game. Final score the first time Evanston and Star Valley played was 62-52, Evanston with a double-digit win. But then Green River came to Evanston, a triple overtime victory for the Red Devils, 67-66, as the Red Devils were able to keep that perfect quadrant home record alive. Evanston led in that marathon of a game by Dawson Cross, who got 23 points. Mason Ellingford, however, right behind him with 20. Big storyline coming into this game. Dawson Cross, who went down tweaking his knee in the third quarter of the first game against Rock Springs earlier this morning, will not be starting. He's currently in for an MRI, and we hope to see him return to the floor in time for state. We've heard the prognosis is positive, but of course we have to wait back for that MRI to see what the official word is. That's what it looks like here at Davis Middle School, site of the 2020 4A West Regional third place games. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Lex Cornea right after they beat Rock Springs and punch their tickets for state. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
When someone says sleep apnea, it usually conjures up stereotype images. This is Dr. Jonathan Morgan. The fact is that sleep apnea affects people of all ages and occurs when there is an involuntary pause of breath during sleep. Are you always tired? At Arrowhead Dental, we offer oral appliance therapy as an effective, non-invasive treatment for certain types of sleep apnea. Schedule an appointment to take a simple in-home test. Visit arrowheaddentalwy.com today.
Crafting is really fun. Sometimes a tutorial helps get the project finished just right. TheLittleSwoodShop.com offers tutorials on Facebook to teach you new techniques and fun ideas for crafting. Follow us on Facebook so you're notified each time we post a new tutorial. Plus, get all your supplies for each project at TheLittleSwoodShop.com. We sell individual project supplies, kits for group projects, and we sell bulk wholesale crafting supplies. Visit TheLittleSwoodShop.com today.
Welcome back to this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com. Joining me now, we have probably one of the happiest men in the building, Lex Cornea, coach for Evanston Red Devil boys. You guys are headed to Casper. It's happening.
Hey, we told them it's a mistake to let us into that tournament. You know, we punched a ticket, and I think we're a dangerous team. You know, I think everybody knows that about Evanston. They're dangerous. They can get you. So it was a mistake to let us in, but we're there.
And it's going to be a fun weekend. I was excited for this weekend at regionals. Now we've got next weekend to look forward to. Of course, safe travels. But what can you say about the way your boys battled back? Rock Springs took the lead at the half. Dawson Cross goes down. It looks like a pretty bad injury. But your boys just seemed to that was the turning point. They kind of rallied around that and said, we're doing this for him.
Well, that's what we told them on the bench. You got to fight for a kid that's down. It's been our leader all year long, and they did. They responded. I'm so proud of David Baxter. I just blown away by his effort. But, you know, everybody. I feel bad for Rock Springs. I mean, they played well enough to go to the tournament. And, where somebody has to end their season a week early, honestly, I wish the state would kind of look at the format. And because that's heartbreaking, because their kids battled. They're playing their best basketball in March. And for them to go home after the game they played, it's unfortunate. But, hey, we'll take it. Dawson, they're looking at his knee right now. He's going to get an MRI. Dr. Jaquetta said it felt stable. But I do think one thing we just learned is we can rally, and you should have heard him on the bench, Dawson. He's right in the middle of things. We've got our ticket, just unbelievably proud. There might be coaches in the state that actually look forward to the season being done, but I'm just so grateful that I get another week with these young men. It didn't end early. It almost did, but the fact that it didn't, we get another 3 practices in 7 days. I couldn't be more happy right now.
So this next game, you said it yourself, it's going to be a fun game because depending on how things shake out in the east side, you're either going to get Thunder Basin or Sheridan, which you've said you like the matchups. You want another crack at them.
Well, everybody in the state has known that, at least on this side, that you have to be 1 or 2 so you can avoid East or Central. Well, there were upsets on the other side. So now I think one of the best seeds from our conference is 3rd, and with Central losing last night, 4th is great too. I mean, we want to go win. Momentum is a real thing, and you need to have it going into state. But, the emotion of that, I think, it's at Davis Middle School, which is a shorter floor, which is good for us. And I just think we're riding so high right now. Our goal all year has been to play our best basketball in March. It might not have looked like it because everybody's playing their best basketball right now, but we played at a very high level tonight. We had some turnovers and things, but a high level is also how you respond to things. And the response in these guys tonight was just, it's something our entire community should be very proud of.
And, we can announce that now. 3rd place games will take place at Davis Middle School. It's a bigger gym. We can house more Evanston fans. We expect a loud, raucous building there. Tip-off scheduled at 4:30. Let's talk about that 3rd place game. You're either going to get Green River, took you guys to triple overtime 2 weeks ago, or you're going to get a rematch with Cody. I'm not going to ask you which one you want because I'm sure you'll take any of them. But what are your thoughts about potential matchups with both of these teams?
Well, we played this game last year. The loser out game, but later. We played it against Jackson. It is very hard, and I think this is going to be a very close game. It's hard to come down off the emotions of the game and then go over to the gym and you're playing in 45 minutes. So I actually like our draw today that we were able to play at 11:30. It gives our kids a chance to get hydrated, let their legs rest up, get a good stretch before they go over. And the short court helps us, I think, too. But Green River, Cody, as far as who you see, we're just glad we're seeing somebody in Casper. And, that 3rd, 4th game, it's a strange game over there, but we got our crowd over there. These guys like performing for our community and working hard. I think you saw that today. I think you'll see it again later on.
4:30 tip-off time. Coach Lex Cornea, coach for the state-bound Evanston Red Devils. How's that feel?
Good, Elan.
Thank you so much for your time. All tournament. I'm sure we'll talk with you after the game in the 3rd place round.
Sounds good. Thanks.
A big thank you to Coach Lex Cornea for joining us on really the post-game show and giving us that insight. Red Devils getting ready to take on the Green River Wolves. 10 minutes on the clock for warm-up as the girls' 3rd place game just finished up. Green River will take 3rd on the girls' bracket at the 2020 4A West Regional State Tournament here in Evanston. Well, the Red Devils getting ready to take on the boy version of the Green River Wolves, and it'll be a matchup that'll determine state's placing, so it'll be a good time. And just because both teams are in, you can expect that they will be using this as a bit of a tune-up for the games to come. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will go through the starters as well as continue to get you ready for this matchup on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes. For the tooth fairy. So the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Welcome back to this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com. Well, the Red Devils getting ready to take on the Green River Wolves. This should be a great matchup with, of course, seeding on the line. The Red Devils, of course, want to get that number 3 seed, which means they'll take on the loser of the Eastern Regional Final, featuring Sheridan and Thunder Basin. Both of those matchups, Evanston has said in the past that they are okay with, that they like. So we will see exactly what happens here when the Red Devils get ready to take on Green River. We got our starting line, so we're still about 9.5 minutes away from the start of this one. So this would be a good time to kind of talk about what has happened in the tournament thus far. On the boys bracket, opening day, the first game, Star Valley versus Riverton. Star Valley would win that one, and then Rock Springs would beat Green River in a shootout. Evanston would be upset by Cody, and Kelly Walsh would beat Jackson. Then on the next day, in a loser out, Green River took care of Riverton 55-53, and Evanston walloped on Jackson 62-18, setting up both Green River and Evanston for loser out games against the loser of semifinals. Of course, that would be Star Valley versus Rock Springs. Star Valley would win that one 42-40, setting up Evanston to take on Rock Springs. Cody would lose to Kelly Walsh 56-31, setting up Green River to take on Cody. And wouldn't you know it, the kids that lost on the first day were able to take care of business against teams that had made it to the semifinals. And now we've got our fourth place game between Evanston and the Green River Wolves. Should be a very, very fun matchup as the Red Devils look to get that number 3 seed, set up a matchup with number 2 should they come out victorious. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will continue to set the scene here. Also, we'll have our Red Devil Corner interview where we hear from Coach Larry Wagstaff of the Evanston Red Devil wrestling team. This on a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
In May of 2019, Uintah County School District Number 1 became the first school district in Wyoming to achieve a certified Level 1 on high reliability schools by the Rosanna Leadership Center. We're focusing on 3 levels. Level 1 is a safe and collaborative culture. Level 2, effective teaching in every classroom. And Level 3 is a guaranteed and viable curriculum. We are certified Level 1 in safe and collaborative culture. This is Superintendent Ryan Thomas. Congratulations to everyone in our district. Keep up the great work.
Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
With Larry Wagstaff, Evanston Wrestling head coach. Coach Wagstaff, you guys just came back from state championships in Casper. Talk to us a little bit about what that experience was like.
It was a good experience for our kids. We went up and they wrestled pretty good. A lot of close matches. Either way, we ended up placing the 5 kids in the top top 6 there, so that's always a good thing to be able to do. Wyoming's kind of a little state, but when you go to the state tournament, there's some pretty quality kids there that some will continue to wrestle in college and whatnot. So it's a good tournament.
Rigdon Wagstaff brings home the silver medal in his weight class. A great result for the senior. Also, Eric Orozco placing at state his senior year. Talk about those two guys and just how satisfying it must feel to finish their careers with a great result like that.
Well, like you said, those two both are seniors, and that's the only 2 seniors we had in our lineup. They were both able to place. Rigdon second and Eric fifth. Both had great years. In the last 3 weeks, Rigdon's dominated pretty much every one he's wrestled. Run into a tough kid at the finals and didn't quite go our way, but he wrestled well. And then Eric just been a great kid to be around and a great kid to have on our team. Extremely hard worker that has put in some time to get to where he got to in wrestling, and for him to be fifth is a good honor for him.
And then the other 3 that were placed in the state tournament are all underclassmen, including Jackson Moore, who's only a sophomore, and a lot of juniors. A lot of young talent on this Evanston wrestling team. What kind of excitement does that bring for the 2021 season for you?
Well, all year long we've been counting on these young kids, and if you even go deeper in that, we had quite a few freshmen on that team that didn't place. So the future looks good for Evanston wrestling, and if we can continue to do some work in the off season and in the summer and whatnot, and get them spread out, we'll have a good team next year.
What does the off season look like for your boys this year?
Well, we were in the room Monday night and had about 20 kids there. We have our Little League program going right now, and they're involved in that with coaching the little kids. And before they do that, or after they do that, they get a little bit of workout in, and we'll go to some camps this summer and in the weight room, and it's an everyday thing if you want to be good at it.
So the season may be over, but for those that really want to take that next step, it's not even close to being over. What impressed you the most about the 2020 Evanston wrestling team this year?
Just when the kids came in the room, we asked them to work at a high level, and they did. Our practices were pretty hard with a lot of stuff coming at them at a quick pace, and they just climbed up and were able to do that. And they go in there for an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours every night, and just bust it and improved as a individual, and that helps us as a team.
Coach Larry Wagstaff, Evanston Wrestling, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much for everything this year. We'll catch up with you next season, and have a great off season.
Okay. Well, thank you for all you've done, putting us on the radio and all that kind of stuff. Just it's great. So go Red Devils.
A big thank you to Coach Larry Wagstaff for all the time that he has given us this season. Congratulations to the Evanston wrestling team on another great year. We got some breaking news from Coach Lex Cornea earlier. Dawson Crofts is officially out of this game and is, I guess you could say, doubtful to be participating as a player in the state tournament. That is a big loss for the Red Devils if true. Still waiting to hear back on official results. But if Dawson is listening out there, or his family, we wish him nothing but the best and a safe and a speedy recovery. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of this third place game, Evanston Red Devils versus the Green River Wolves. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups on this first bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in...
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Do you really think you can get a better deal on a vehicle in the city? Poppycock! Rocky Mountain Yeti is hungry for your business and will beat any bona fide deal on any vehicle, or they'll give it to you as a gift. Now that's legendary. Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary warranty, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
"48-second show on the scoreboard. ELAN OLLIFF here, bringing you the action live from Davis Middle School Gymnasium, site of the 2020 4A West Regional third place games, Evanston versus Green River. Starting lineups about to be announced as Green River comes onto the court in their away black uniforms with white numerals, green outline. Evanston in their home white home uniforms with red numerals, black outline. As in Evanston across the chest. So the visitors, designated visitors, Green River, they'll get ready to run through the tunnel. First starter for Green River, number 3, Michael Richardson. Number 11, Colby Ivy. Number 15, Jacob Foose. Number 20, Drew Gibson. And then number 24, the straw that stirs the drink, the sophomore. He had 28 points in the play-in loser out game against Cody. Sophomore Dylan Taylor. And now the Evanston Red Devils getting ready to announce their starting lineup. First, number 2, a senior, Casey Perriman. He gets into the starting lineup due to the Crofts injury. Number 3, David Baxter, who hit 3 big shots from beyond the arc earlier this afternoon to help Evanston get into the state tournament. Burke Thomas, number 4, a junior, does the same thing. Good shooter as Mason Ellingford, the dominant man at the post, the senior, number 32, and then Braxton Lind, number 43, a junior, who absolutely brings everything else to the table. Evanston goes to the corner to pound on the floor like they always have done here in Evanston. Ellingford versus Drew Gibson at the center line as we are ready to tip this one off. No score, of course, 8 minutes on the clock. Let's find out who's going to be playing as the number 3 seed at state, who's going to be playing as number 4. Tip off, won by Green River. Colby Ivy distributes back to Foose, who goes across the timeline, slowing things down. Bounce pass over to Dylan Taylor, handoff back to Foose. Good defense by David Baxter. Drew Gibson looking for Richardson in the lane, and he's fouled by Burke Thomas as he tries to go up for the shot. So Michael Richardson will shoot free throws. Number 3 for the Green River Wolves off the backboard, no good. Still no score in this one. Next one from Richardson, through the hoop, and it's good. So 1-0 Green River. Feed it to Mason Ellingford in the lane, and he's fouled. So Mason will get to shoot free throws. Ellingford toes the line, puts the shot up, and it's off the front iron and down to the hardwood, no good. 1-0 Green River with 7:42 left in the first quarter on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Next shot from Ellingford, rattles around the rim, pulled down by Gibson. Green River's taking it the other way. Jacob Foose, long bullet pass over to Richardson, back to Foose, over to Ivy on the right wing, looking for Gibson. From the right block, shot is well short and across the baseline. Burke Thomas does a good job to make sure he does not touch it, so Evanston will get the ball back. Inbound pass by David Baxter to Burke Thomas. Goes across the timeline, back to Casey Perriman on the left side. Braxton Lynn at the top of the circles, fakes the 3, now kicks it back over to Burke on the right wing. Over to David Baxter, top circle 3, yes! David Baxter picking up right where he left off in the first game against Rock Springs to get them into the state tournament. Red Devils lead 3-1 with 7:03 remaining in the first on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Richardson drives into the lane, puts it off the glass, ring around the rosy. It's not going to fall down. Rebounded by Richardson, distributes over to Foose in the left corner. 3-ball, yes. And now it's 4-3 Green River with 6:42 left in the first. Lind into the lane, kicks it over to Burt Thomas. Left corner, hits the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Green River. Foose drives to his left, trying to find Dylan Taylor. Pass broken up by Braxton Lind. Casey Perriman's now going to take it for Evanston. Burt Thomas kicks it back to David Baxter, who's got 1 3-ball already. Going to the right side, back to Casey Perriman on the right. Pop pass over to Ellingford in the lane. Mason's able to save it before it goes across the baseline. 3-ball, David Baxter, left side is good. And Evanston has got 6 from David Baxter, and they lead it 6-4. 5:58 left to go. Dylan Taylor, he's going to try to take his first shot. Tries to go over Braxton Lind. Off the backboard, pulled down by both Ellingford and Taylor. It goes across the baseline. Last touch, Evanston. Red Devils still out there with their starters, as well as the Wolves for Green River. Drew Gibson distributes over to Richardson. Looking for Taylor. He's double-teamed. He immediately bounces it over to Drew Gibson, and he gets the put in. Tell you what, great heads-up play there by the sophomore, Dylan Taylor, to tie this game up. 5:32 remaining. Kick quickly over to Burke Thomas in the right corner. He thought about taking a shot. Instead, he'll drive in the lane, kick it over to Ellingford from the right in front of the hoop, and Mason's got 2. 8-6 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 5:17 remaining here in the first. Jacob Foose at the top of the circle. Lobs a pass over to Colby Ivy. It is off of his hands and across the baseline. Evanston will take over possession. 5:09. Red Devils lead 8-6 here in the first quarter. Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard being kind to Evanston at the moment. David Baxter over to Burke Thomas on the right side. Thought about taking a 3. Instead, he'll go to Ellingford at the top of the circle. Looking for David Baxter, who faked his way into the lane, then goes out. Ellingford bought the fake and tried to distribute it to him in the lane. Instead, no one's there. He crosses the baseline, and Green River gets the ball. Jacob Foose slowing it down. Standing around the 10-foot line on the volleyball court here at Davis Middle School in Evanston. Quickly over to Dylan Taylor at the baseline. Back over to Jacob Foose at the top of the circle. Quick passing by the Wolves of Green River as Colby Ivy gets it right back to Foose on the left side. He'll go to Richardson in the corner. Back to Dylan Taylor from left of the free throw line. Drives to the right block. Distributes to Ivy, right side, off of the right iron. Rebounded by Richardson for Green River. They're looking for Dylan Taylor again. He does a nice little circular pass that finds Murray for Green River, but taken away by Evanston. Braxton Lind quickly over to David Baxter from the free throw line. Too strong off the base iron. And now Green River takes it the other way. Ivy drives in from the right block. The floater is good. And it is 8-all on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard with 3:49 remaining here in the first quarter. Burke Thomas distributes over to Braxton Lind. He holds it for a while, takes a 3 from the right side, gets it to go. Braxton Lind hits the 3-ball, and it's 11-8. 3.5 left in the first quarter. Foose distributes to Taylor, left side 3, off of the right iron, pulled down by Cole Murray for Green River. His shot off the glass and into the arms of Braxton Lind. The All-State golfer now brings it across the timeline, hands off to senior Casey Perriman, looking for a wide open Mason Ellingford, who is fouled in the lane and one. Mason puts Evanston up by 5. It'll be the first foul on Dylan Taylor. They're going to assess that to Cole Murray, as Mason will go to the line to try to complete an old school 3-point play. Wade Bowen checking in for Casey Perriman. Wade Bowen, a 6'11" junior listed on the program as Ellingford sinks the free throw, gets the three-point play the old school style as Foose takes it forward for Green River, distributes over to Jax Peterson. Jax now kicks it over to Dylan Taylor, trying to find Cole Murray at the left block, but it's across the baseline, and Evanston's getting it back. Red Devils lead at 14-8 with 2:35 remaining here in the first on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Burke Thomas across the center line, kicks it over to Mason Ellingford. Drives to the right side, it's off of his foot, but he's able to keep control. Ball's on the ground now. Now Mason distributes to Lind. Open three left corner for Burke Thomas. No good. Rebounded by Mason. He gets the putback off the glass and good. Mason Ellingford is off and running with 7 points here in the first quarter. 2:05 and counting left to go here on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Red Devils lead it by 8. Jacob Foose gets the ball ripped away from him by Burke Thomas, but they call a foul. And it'll be the first one on David Baxter. Michael Richardson checks out, and Drew Gibson checks back in. Jax Peterson inbounds to Jacob Foose for Green River. Back to Dylan Taylor on the left side. Dylan bounces it to Drew, looking for Cole Murray in the left block. Blocked by Braxton Lynn, but Drew Gibson comes out of nowhere and gets the putback in the lane, and it's 2 more points for the Green River Wolves. 16-10, looking for Ellingford on the left block. He drops it. Braxton Lind now picks it up after Ellingford is not able to calm that one down. David Baxter gets it on the center line. Distributes left side to Burke Thomas, looking for Mason, finding Wade Bowen, charging in from the free throw line. Too strong off the board. Rebounded by Green River, taken away by Evanston. Burke Thomas, three, top of the circle, yes. Evanston is staking a claim to that number 3 spot. Jacob Foose. Dylan Taylor on the right side finds Cole Murray, deflected by Wade Bowen. Big man Bowen puts it right into the arms of Burke Thomas. Mason Ellingford gets it, goes to the right block. Wide open Braxton Lynn, top of the circle, yeah. And the Red Devils are off and running, wanting to send yet another message to the rest of the state. David Baxter waving his arms in the air, trying to get the crowd to be as loud as possible. Jax Peterson in the corner. Over to Cole Murray, back to Peterson, left side three, off the iron, pulled down by big man Wade Bowen. Burke Thomas gets it and slows it down with 23 seconds and counting left in the first. Red Devils lead 22-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. What a start by Evanston. 10 seconds left as Burke Thomas holds it in the left side, kicks it over to Mason Ellingford. Hand off to Braxton Lynn, pop past to Mason from the right block. Off of the iron, rebounded by Taylor. Long heave by Foose at the buzzer from near center court, and it's well off the mark. So after one, Red Devils lead it by 12, 22-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We'll be right back with quarter number 2 after this on a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
During our break, a loud ovation from the crowd as Dawson Crofts came into the gym on crutches with what looks like not a cast, but one of the wow, I'm losing the word that I have in my head, but it looks like it's wrapped around his right knee, a high splint comes in crutches. So that sight right there probably tells you that it is very doubtful that Dawson Cross will participate in the state tournament. But you can bet he will be on the bench rooting on his teammates all the way. Carson Wall checking in for the Red Devils. He'll take the spot of Burke Thomas. Over to Casey Perriman on the left side. Back over to trying to find Braxton Lind. Stolen by Michael Richardson. Distributes to Logan Reichel. Quickly to Colby Ivy. Long pass back to Richardson. Top of the circle. Bounces it. Goes for the free throw line. Too hard off the back iron. Rebounded by Braxton Lind. Kicks it over to Carson Wall. And he gets called for a double dribble. Logan Reichel to inbound it for Green River. Jax Peterson across the center line. Bounces it back over to Gibson, looking for Richardson, and he's fouled by Mason Ellingford under the backboard. It'll be the second one, or the first one, on Mason, and it'll be the second trip to the line for Michael Richardson. He got one of two the first time. First one well short. And now Evanston hoping to keep things going their way here in the second quarter. Michael Richardson, next free throw is good, so he can keep that 50% free throw percentage here in this game. David Baxter kicks it over to Carson Wall around the center logo here at Davis Middle School. Back over to Casey Perriman on the left side, guarded by Michael Richardson. Mason Ellingford, top of the circle, back to Wall on the right. David Baxter, top of the circle, pops it over to Mason Ellingford, runs into the block and gets it to go. Evanston's going to dominate the post. That's how they plan to win this one. 24-11, 6:56 remaining in the first half. Reichel standing on the 10-foot line of the volleyball court here at DMS in Evanston. Over to Drew Gibson, top of the circle, back to Jax Peterson on the right side. He goes to the top, back over to Reichel. Pass intended for Colby Ivy, almost picked off by Carson Wall. Ivy rushes to the left block, well short, rebounded by Drew Gibson. Second chance by Drew, and it's good. Gibson with 6 points this afternoon. Carson Wall distributes to Casey Perriman on the left side. He'll dump it over to Mason Ellingford, who has to run towards the center line to chase it down. Back over to David Baxter, top of the circle, drives into the left block, off the glass, off the front iron, no good, pulled down by Logan Reichel. He is immediately pursued by Mason Ellingford. They go to Jax Peterson on the left side, looking for Colby Ivy on the left. Jax Peterson now at the top of the circle. David Baxter waiting for him. Bounce pass back over to Richardson, looking for Reichel. Over to Colby Ivy, back to Reichel in the lane. One-handed shot off the glass into the hands of Mason. It's an Ellingford board for the Red Devils. Carson Wall quickly over to David Baxter on the left side. David slowing it down, directing traffic. Red Devils lead 24-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Over to David Baxter on the right side. He drives into the lane, puts it off the glass, rebounded by Mason, draws the foul. And Ellingford will get to shoot free throws after the foul on Colby Ivy. That is the first one for Ivy. Green River will be going to the state tournament. Evanston will be going to the state tournament on the boys' side, as well as Star Valley and Kelly Walsh. First one from Mason is good. Jagger Mitchell checking in for the Red Devils. He'll come in for David Baxter. He'll join Carson Wall, Mason Ellingford, Casey Perriman, and Braxton Lind. Coach Cornea using this opportunity to see what he's got on the bench to give boys a chance to show that they can play at the state level as Ellingford splashes the second free throw through. Jacob Foose kicks it back over to Dylan Taylor, back to Jacob. Top of the circle, retreats back towards the center line. A shorter floor here at DMS as Foose goes to the right block. No good. Pulled down by Braxton Lind. The All-State golfer goes along the right sideline looking for Carson Wall. He drops the ball. Carson picks it up. Back to Braxton quickly. Jagger Mitchell, left corner three. Off of the back iron. Pulled down by Casey Perriman. and they're going to call a push on Evanston. It'll be on Perriman. His first one of the game. Red Devils lead it 26-13. They've doubled up Green River as Jacob Foose goes across the timeline. Dribbles to the right side. Back over to Ivy, to Richardson in the left corner. Over to Foose, top of the circle. Jacob Foose holds up 2 fingers, signaling the play they want to run. Foose runs to the right block, nearly over across the baseline. Pass intercepted by Braxton Lind. He does it again. Goes across the center line, trying to find Jagger Mitchell at the hoop, but it's picked off by Michael Richardson. Colby Ivy bounces it over to Dylan Taylor. Intercepted by Casey Perriman. And he'll, at the hoop, he'll bounce it over to Burke Thomas on the left side. Burke says, let's slow it down with 4 minutes left in the half. Red Devils lead 26-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Jagger Mitchell in the left corner. Back over to Braxton Lynn, looking for Burke Thomas, left side. Thought about taking a 3 instead. He'll hold it up. Back to Braxton Lynn, jump shot from the free throw line. The All-State golfer puts it in the hole. And it is now 2 more points for Lynn. That is 8 for Braxton. 28-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 3:34 remaining here in the first half. Drew Gibson at the top of the circle. Back over to Jacob Foose on the left side. He drives into the left part of the lane. Good block there by Mason Ellingford as they have to distribute to Michael Richardson. Right side 3. Bounces around the rim. Picked up by Jagger Mitchell, and Evanston's taking it the other way. Braxton Lind on the right side over to Burke Thomas, top of the circle. Thought about taking a 3 instead. He'll hold it up and kick it over to Jagger on the right side. Bounce past Casey Perriman, right corner. He dribbles towards the left with Michael Richardson in tow. Sends it back over to Burke Thomas, but Burke can't calm it down before it crosses the left sideline. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Timeout called. We will take it as well. Red Devils lead 28-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard with 3 minutes left to go in the first half on a First Bank presentation of Evanston basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit mylocalradio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now.
Welcome back to this First Bank presentation. Sorry, Rock Springs. Yeah, we just learned that Kelly Walsh has won the girls' regional title over Rock Springs. So congratulations to them as they will be the #1 seed on the girls' side. Evanston right now looks like they've got a grip on that #3 seed on the boys' side. 28-13. Jacob Foose at the top of the circle goes over to Austin Fox. Back over to Dylan Taylor, right side, and that is the first time the dynamic sophomore has gotten a shot up and gotten it to fall. 28-15 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Red Devils still up big. Bounce pass to Casey Perriman, and the block off the glass and in. And just when Green River tries to capture some momentum, there's nothing there as Evanston just cuts it right back off. They've doubled them up 30-15. Kick ball on the Green River offensive possession. So now Evanston will have to go on defense as Jax Peterson will inbound it from the right side. Dylan Taylor bounce pass over to Drew Gibson on the right block. Back to Foose. Fakes a pass to the left side, but Burke Thomas isn't buying it. Jacob now bounces it back over to Jax Peterson in the right wing. Jagger Mitchell on defense, passes it around Mitchell, looking for Dylan Taylor, goes to Jacob Foose on the left side. Burke Thomas on playing tough defense on him, back over to Drew Gibson towards the top of the circle. Whistle called. We'll see what the call is, looks like Green River will get to inbound it under their bucket. A push called on Baxter. Second one of the game for the senior as Dylan Taylor goes to inbound it. Pop pass over to Drew Gibson. He's at the free throw line. Kicks it back over to Fox, top of the circle. Jax Peterson on the left side. He's doubled. Kicks it back over to Drew. Top of the circle. Evanston keeping them from going into the perimeter as Fox is trapped on the right wing by Casey Perriman. Goes back to Dylan Taylor. Now looking for Foose on the left wing. Finding Drew Gibson top of the circle. Trying to make a move inside, but Evanston is keeping it. Good screen there by Drew Gibson. Setting up the three attempt by Dylan Taylor. It's off the backboard on the ground, and an Evanston player and a Rock Springs player goes down to get it. They're going to call it a jump ball. No, they're going to say Evanston got possession of it, and Coach Corneo will quickly call a timeout. So the Red Devils have possession as they lead 30-15 with 1:12 left in the first half. We'll be right back after this on a First Bank presentation of Evanston basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
Trona Valley Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit financial institution. When you become a member, you are an owner of the credit union. We believe in people over profit, and that impacts the way we do business from our overall structure down to the smallest detail. Our philosophy sets us apart, and we're here for you. Earn more with our high-yield checking account, start a savings goal, check out our competitive loans, and much more. Become a member today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. Member NCUA.
David Baxter inbounds to Burke Thomas, goes to Casey Perriman, back to Burke on the left corner. Back over to Land, who drives into the lane and draws the foul. Red Devils lead it 30-15 with 51.8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard has been all Evanston as Braxton Lind will go to the free throw line. Second foul assessed to Cole Murray. Lind with 8 points, and there's point number 9 as he splashes it through from the charity stripe. 31-15. Jacob Foose checks out. Colby Ivy checking in. Evanston, of course, coached by Lex Cornea. Green River by Lori Ivy. As the next one from Lynn bounces off the backboard, pulled down by Jax Peterson. 49 seconds and counting. Kicks it over to Fox on the right side. Drives to the block, now kicks it over to Dylan Taylor. Distributes to Murray, goes back to Taylor from the left elbow. Bounce pass to Murray. Open to Fox as Green River realizes there's a lot more time left than they thought. And they're going to slow it down, but a backcourt violation on Jax Peterson. Evanston gets the ball back at the center line. Mason Ellingford goes to the scorer's table. He'll replace Wade Bowen. He'll join Baxter, Thomas, Perriman, and Lind. Inbound to Burke Thomas. Going across the timeline, slowing it down. 28 seconds left and counting in the first half. Red Devils lead 31-15. Thomas breaks off to the right side, kicks it over to David Baxter. Back over to Perriman. 12 seconds left, 10 seconds left now. Thomas and Evanston holding for the final one of the quarter. Baxter off of the glass and in with 3 seconds left as he rushes into the lane. Long heave by Green River at the half, and it's 33-15 halfway through this one. Red Devils sending a statement that they will take the third seed if they keep this up. We'll be right back with our halftime show after this on a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
Craft Crafting is really fun. Sometimes a tutorial helps get the project finished just right. The littleswoodshop.com offers tutorials on Facebook to teach you new techniques and fun ideas for crafting. Follow us on Facebook so you're notified each time we post a new tutorial. Plus, get all your supplies for each project at thelittleswoodshop.com. We sell individual project supplies, kits for group projects, and we sell bulk wholesale crafting supplies. Visit thelittleswoodshop.com today.
Whatever takes you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including newly renovated rooms, a business office, workout room, outdoor pool, and full-service restaurant, plus complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Or like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes for the tooth fairy. So the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
Do you really think you can get a better deal on a vehicle in the city? Poppycock! Rocky Mountain Yeti is hungry for your business and will beat any bona fide deal on any vehicle, or they'll give it to you as a gift. Now that's legendary. Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary warranty, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
Welcome back to this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com. ELAN OLLIFF bringing you the action live from Davis Middle School site of the 2020 4A West Regional third place game here in Evanston. Red Devils currently lead on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard 33-15. And if you're excited for the state tournament, join myself and Jake Hibbard Wednesday, 7 o'clock to 8:30, where we bring you the Wyoming Prep Podcast 3A and 4A state tournament preview. It'll be a special 90-minute show where myself and Jake will have some of the top players and coaches in the state of Wyoming to give their thoughts on the upcoming tournament. We'll also have our brackets. It's going to be a full-on preview pregame show before the biggest moment in the high school basketball season starts the next night. Again, that's the Wyoming Prep Podcast 3A, 4A state tournament preview show at 7 o'clock to 8:30 live from the Come On In Casper. You can hear that on 99.1 as well as watch it on mylocalradio.com. Time for some halftime stats. First, for the Green River Wolves, I've got 6 points for Drew Gibson. He leads the team. 2 for Michael Richardson as he's 2 for 4 from the stripe. Colby Ivy with a 2-ball. 3 for Jacob Foose and 2 for Dylan Taylor. For the Evanston Red Devils, 2 for Casey Perriman, 8 for David Baxter, 3 for Burke Thomas, Mason Ellingford with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the first half, and 9 for Braxton Lind. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll hear from Miss Kay Rossiter of the Lord Storehouse on this week's Excellence in Evanston on a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
School. It's the right path indeed, where we learn to read and learn to write. School's the ticket to reach new heights. We make school. It's the right path indeed, where we learn to read and learn to write. School's the ticket to reach new heights. We make new friends, learn social skills, art, foreign language, music, and more. Science, technology, engineering, math, history, and health in that PE class. With computers and books and teachers and more, our brains will grow and our dreams will soar. So do whatever it takes to never miss school, because a great education, why, that's really cool. My friends, be cool. Go to school.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come on in, Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come on in, Hotel and Suites, Casper.
When someone says sleep apnea, it usually conjures up stereotype images. This is Dr. Jonathan Morgan. The fact is that sleep apnea affects people of all ages and occurs when there is an involuntary pause of breath during sleep. Are you always tired? At Arrowhead Dental, we offer oral appliance therapy as an effective, non-invasive treatment for certain types of sleep apnea. Schedule an appointment to take a simple in-home test. Visit arrowheaddentalwy.com today.
ELAN OLLIFF here with Kay Rossiter of the Lord Storehouse in Evanston. Ms. Rossiter, thank you so much for taking time to speak with us. First question, where did the inspiration for the Lord Storehouse kind of start?
Well, this kind of began in about 1985 when I actually was reading a book on Mother Teresa, and I was thinking, okay, God, if you wanted me to feed the poor, I'd be in New York or San Francisco. And then I got to the page where she said, start at home. And so that kind of triggered this idea to look around, and we began to look at the grocery stores and see the things that they were throwing away, and we began collecting food at that point, and with the idea of distributing it to whoever needed it.
Now, you and I talked before the interview started, and I'm just blown away by the logistical challenge of it all, having all of these jobs to fill just in the Lord Storehouse alone. And if I'm correct, they're all volunteer filled. Is that correct?
Yes, there is not a paid position in the program, and everybody that works there is a volunteer, including me, and it just seems to take care of itself.
You also talked a little bit about how the Lord Storehouse has a mother food bank in Casper. Can you talk a little bit about that relationship and how that benefits the community here in Evanston?
There's a program in the country called Second Harvest, and which gleans from all the factories all over the country, and they bring this stuff to food banks. Food Bank of the Rockies in Denver is the mother house for the Wyoming Food Bank of the Rockies, which is in Casper, which we report to. And so some of this stuff filters down through these food banks to us, which we're very happy to get.
And then we were also talking a little bit about how it really is a miracle that this place is operational, and that you guys have not experienced some struggles that other food banks have in the past, where I believe you said whenever something is needed, it just kind of shows up.
Yes, that's the lovely part of this whole program, is since I'm the only remaining volunteer in that original program in 1985, I said at one point, well, if we're out of food, my job is done, I'm done. But we have never been without food or money. It always seems to show up at the point when we need something, it just shows up. And so it just kind of keeps on going, which gives me the job only of showing up to work. I don't even have to worry about it.
When you guys started this back in the mid-'80s, if someone would have told you in 2020 you guys would still be operational, you guys would still be going strong, what would you have said?
I don't think I would have believed it, because it seemed like such a small, tiny project. But, even in our own community, we have a lot of people that struggle with food needs. And we have 2 programs in town. One is a backpack program, which helps the children at the schools, and the other one is our program, which helps whole families, adults and whole families, including children, of course. But we have a great need in this community, and sometimes I don't think people realize that there are these people that are struggling, because I don't know how to explain that, but there are people that struggle just to have food.
About how many families per month would you say the Lord Storehouse takes care of?
Well, I would say close to 500 families. We do 100-plus families a week, and they're not always the same families, because some people come every week, and then the majority of the families come when they need to come.
And I'm sure this is one of those projects where you'll take any and all help. If someone wants to donate, whether their money, food, or their time, how would they go about that?
Well, we always need help, and we always need food. They actually could contact me. I work at the museum, and if they want to contact me through the museum.
Apologies for having to cut that interview off. We will have that interview at the end of the game up on mylocalradio.com. If you would like to learn how to donate or to donate time to the Lord Storehouse, contact Kay Rossiter at the Uintah County Museum. Inbound by Green Rivers. We are starting fast and furious in the third quarter. Shot blocked from Dylan Taylor by Braxton Landon. Evanston taking it the other way. A little bit of a rush as David Baxter commits a travel. After the call is made, he kind of nods his head, accepting the call, thinking, yeah, that was a little too much. Even when he gets to the center line, shuffles his feet a little bit to show, yep, that's exactly what happened. Red Devils up 33-15 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. ELAN OLLIFF bringing you the action live from Davis Middle School here in Evanston, site of the 2020 4A West Regional third place game. Both of these teams going to state. One, however, will get the number 2 seed in the East. The other one will get the number 1 seed. That East championship game taking place between Thunder Basin and Sheridan as we speak. When we get updates and scores on that, we will let you know. Foul called on Evanston. It looks like it'll be the second one on Mason as Green River gets into the offensive set. Free ball by Colby Ivy, well off the mark, rebounded by Jacob Foose. As Foose will bounce past it, looking for Gibson, taken away by Perriman. Evanston distributes to Burke Thomas, left side, thought about taking a three. Instead, he'll just calm it down. 33-15 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, 6:57 remaining here in the third quarter. David Baxter over to Burke Thomas, back to Casey Perriman on the left, back to Burke. Flow pass back to Casey, and Burke and Casey just playing catch right now, trying to kill some time. 6:40 left in the third quarter on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Pass is broken up by Green River. Instead, David Baxter will pick it up, kick it over to Mason at the block, back to Casey Perriman on the left side. Evanston just burning clock now. 6.5 left in the third quarter. Burke Thomas finds David Baxter. Float pass looking for Ellingford. Finds him in the lane. He goes up and puts it in. 13 points for the senior for Evanston. It's a 35-15 lead for the Red Devils. Dylan Taylor, top of the circle, bounces it over to Drew Gibson. He goes into the lane, takes a shot off of the back iron, rebounded by Mason Ellingford, who somehow, some way, keeps it in bounds before going across the baseline. Distributes to David Baxter. Burke Thomas gets it at the top of the circle, and now he retreats back towards the logo at the center of the court. Finds David Baxter on the left side here at Davis Middle School here in Evanston, home of the Davis Demons. Kicks it over to Perriman. Now over to Baxter, looking for Thomas. Jump shot from the free throw line, up the front iron, the glass, and into the hands of Taylor for Green River. Colby Ivy, bounce pass intended for Taylor, picked off by David Baxter, and Evanston taking it the other way. Great domination really here by Evanston. This is almost looking like that game we saw in Jackson where the final score was 62-18. If they can keep this type of intensity up as David Baxter lets a three ball go from the right corner, and it is nothing but net. Three ball, Colby Ivy, right side, pulled down by Mason Ellingford. It's an Ellingford board for the Red Devils. 38-15 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Burke Thomas walks it across the timeline with 4:46 left in the third quarter. David Baxter, left side three, left him open. He missed that one, barely pulled down by Richardson. Kicks it over to Foose. Over to Dylan Taylor, top of the circle three. The sophomore splashes it through, and Taylor makes it a 20-point ball game. Dylan Taylor is going to be a fun one to watch for the next 2 years after this. Getting a trip to state in his sophomore year. Burke Thomas on the left side, back to Braxton Lynn, quickly over to David Baxter on the right. Bounce pass to Burke at the free throw line. Wide open, Burke Thomas, the golfer, tries to put it in the net, but it's off of a Green River player and out of bounds. Timeout called by Evanston. We'll take it as well. 4:02 remaining in the third quarter. Red Devils 38-18 on top of Green River on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. This is the First Bank presentation of Evanston basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
The best cement comes from Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. They've been mixing cement for every type of job for generations. Major construction, road and bridge, cement blocks, foundations, sidewalks, curb and gutter, cement steps, septic tanks, and water troughs. No job is too large or too small. Make sure you get the best quality cement available at the best prices. Always get your cement from Ellingford Brothers. Call today. Ellingford Brothers, we know cement. 307-789-1515.
Welcome back to Davis Middle School in Evanston, Wyoming, side of the 2024 A West Regional third place game, where the Evanston Red Devils, host of this tournament, have a 20-point lead with 4:02 left in the third, 38-18 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. David Baxter with 11 points, Mason Ellingford with 13. Green River last time they played Evanston in Evanston, it was a triple overtime 67-66 victory for the Red Devils. Little Ryan Steinekert rubbing off on me. Over to Burke Thomas on the left side, back to David Baxter, Braxton Lind on the right. Mason Ellingford, David Baxter in the left. Burke Thomas, Ellingford, who's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc this season. Quickly over to David Baxter. Burke Thomas is double teamed on the right side. That'll give Baxter a chance at the top of the circle. Back to Burke on the left. Float pass to Lind. He takes a dribble, kicks it over to a wide open Burke Thomas. Thought about taking a three. Instead, they're going to hold it. Evanston not wanting to make a run-up score or anything. They just want to burn clock. 3:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Red Devils up by 20. I think Coach Corney and the boys have already sent their message, looking for Ellingford. David Baxter on the left side. Good ball movement by Evanston. They have almost burnt an entire minute just moving the ball around. Braxton Lind on the right side. Back to Burke Thomas. 3 minutes left here in the third. David Baxter long back to Braxton Lind. He takes a dribble. Back to Baxter, left side. He thought he was going to take a three. This is very obviously Evanston just burning clock as David Baxter collected the ball, took the shot, took his foot, put it down, trying to find Wade Bowen in the lane, but picked off by Jax Peterson. Timeout called by Coach Lori Ivy. She calls the timeout. We're going to take it as well. 2:38 left to go in the third. Red Devils lead by 20 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard on a First Bank presentation of Evanston basketball on KNY and 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
Trona Valley Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit financial institution. When you become a member, you are an owner of the credit union. We believe in people over profit, and that impacts the way we do business from our overall structure down to the smallest detail. Our philosophy sets us apart, and we're here for you. Earn more with our high-yield checking account, start a savings goal, check out our competitive loans, and much more. Become a member today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. Member NCUA.
38-18 in the 2024 A West Regional third place game on the boys bracket here at Davis Middle School in Evanston. Red Devils lead it as Evanston looking to lock down that number 3 seed. They'll play the loser of the Eastern Regional Championship game happening on the other side of the state at this very moment between Thunder Basin and Sheridan. Over in Gillette, kick quickly over to, I believe, 22. That's Reichel. Back over to Jax Peterson. Bounce pass over to Fox. He tries to go to the right side of the key. Evanston locking him out. 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Isaac Ruiz now on the court. A whole new set of Wolves for Coach Lori Ivy. Bounce pass over to Fox. Looking for Jax Peterson, top of the circle. 3 off the backboard. Ball's on the ground. They're calling a jump ball. Possession arrow, Red Devils. David Baxter to inbound it for Evanston as Davis Rage checks in for Green River. David Baxter was going to inbound it, but they just put in Jagger Mitchell. He'll join Burke Thomas, Wade Bowen, Mason Ellingford, and Casey Perriman. Perriman on the right side, or left side, back over to Burke, who goes to Jagger on the right. They're just moving the ball around the wings at the moment. Looking for Mason Ellingford at the free throw line. Jagger runs down and gets it after it's poked away by Green River. Burke Thomas now at the top of the circle, back to Jagger on the right. Over to Burke, 1 minute 36 seconds left in the third. Burke Thomas and the Red Devils looking to lock down that number 3 seed. 38-18, 125 left in the third. Red Devils lead it. Burke Thomas over to Jagger Mitchell. Wade Bowen and Mason Ellingford both waiting in the paint, trying to get something going on the post. Casey Perriman quickly goes right back to Burke. 1:08 remaining here in quarter number 3. Burke Thomas at the center line. Back over to Jagger Mitchell on the right wing. Less than a minute to go, 56 seconds to be exact. Casey Perriman to Burke. Back over to Perriman to Burke, and they're just going to play catch around the wings as they go right back to Jagger. Burke Thomas quickly back over to Casey Perriman. Winner of this game will take on the number 2 seed in the East. That'll be the loser between Sheridan and Thunder Basin, happening at Thunder Basin High School in Gillette right now. 33 seconds left. Evanston just holding for the final shot probably of the quarter. We'll see if they even take a shot at it, as they are just moving the ball around, as they believe it is mission accomplished with the 20-point lead with 17 seconds left in the third. Burke Thomas back over to Jagger Mitchell. He launches a pass over to Casey Perriman in the lane. He tries to put it in. Pass taken by Green River, stolen by Mason Ellingford, and he's fouled on the shot with 5.9 seconds remain. It'll be the first one on Davis Rage, as Ellingford will go to line. 3 of 5 from the free throw stripe today for Mason, as the first one's off the back iron, no good. No one at the scoring table for either Coach Cornea or Coach Ivy, as Ellingford gets ready to toe the line and puts up the second shot, splashes it through. Red Devils lead 39-18 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Back over to Austin Fox, who launches a 3 at the top of the circle right as the buzzer goes off the front iron, no good. So we are now headed to the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus, fourth quarter. Answer with passion, leave with purpose. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action after this on a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
Some updates on the game happening over at Evanston High School right now. The 4A West Regional title game, 23-20 Star Valley, beginning of the third. So a defensive shootout happening between the Trojans and the Braves, as Evanston looks like they are going to lock up the number 3 seed. 39-18 here in the fourth, as Cole Murray draws a foul. It'll be the first one on Carson Wall. On Wade Bowen. He makes both 3 free throws, and it's 39-21. Red Devils with a good lead right now. Just moving the ball around. Jagger Mitchell goes to David Baxter, who goes right back to Burke Thomas at the center. Jagger on the right, Burke at the top. The crowd is chanting, "We want Stetson," meaning we want Stetson Wiedrich. Going to the left to David Baxter. 7 minutes remaining here in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus, fourth quarter. Enter with passion, lead with purpose. And that's what Evanston did this entire tournament. Latham Chandler gets it on the left block, back to Wade Bowen at the top of the circle. Jagger Mitchell on the right side, handoff to Burke Thomas. 6:45 left in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus, fourth quarter. Jagger Mitchell, Latham Chandler, top of the circle. Burke Thomas on the left side. Wade Bowen in the key, puts it off the glass. No good, rebounded by Latham Chandler, tries to pass it out, picked off by Isaac Ruiz. Green River trying to get some energy going here as David Baxter fouls on the reach in. 39-21 as we are in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus, fourth quarter. Cole Murray in the paint, blocked by big man Wade Bowen. And now Jagger Mitchell takes it from one end to the other. And there's a foul called on David Baxter. On the offensive play, didn't see what the call was, just saw that his number went up. And that's the fourth one for David. 39-21, 6:18 left in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus, fourth quarter. Jax Peterson across the timeline, kicks it quickly over to Fox, who goes to Isaac Ruiz. Back over to Fox in the lane, puts the shot up off the front iron, rebounded by Cole Murray, and that's going to be a foul on Wade Bowen. Foul was on the floor, so they're going to inbound it under the backboard. That'll be the second one on the 6'11" junior. Cole Murray almost lost control of the basketball, and he tries to pass it over to Davis Rage at the right block. Instead, it travels across the baseline, and it's out. Chase Brady, Carson Wall coming in for Burke Thomas and David Baxter, and the crowd loves it. We'll see if Chase is the chant from the student section. We'll see if Stetson Wiedrich will get up in a minute. As Chase Brady, the senior, playing in Evanston for the last time of his high school career. Same thing with Latham Chandler out there. So it's Chandler, Wall, Brady, Wade Bowen, and Jagger Mitchell. Mitchell goes to the top of the circle, tries to find a pass over to Latham Chandler, picked off by Rage. He goes to the right block, and he gets fouled by Bowen and one. That is going to be the third foul on Wade as Davis Rage toes the line. Puts the free throw up and will not get the three-point play the old school way. Rebounded by Trevor Bingham. Launches the three from the left side, pulled down by Chase Brady as it missed by a mile. 21, that's going to be Carson Wall. Jagger Mitchell floats one to wide open Wade Bowen, but Green River swarms him in the lane, and it's off the glass, rebounded by the Wolves. 5:20 remaining in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus, fourth quarter. Logan Reichel, top of the circle. Back over to Trevor Brangham. Isaac Ruiz on the left side. Carson Wall playing tough defense on him. 4:56 left in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus, fourth quarter. Davis Rage bounces it over to, Reichel bounces it. Rage bounces it over to Reichel, and he'll finish it off with a flourish off the glass and in the hoop. 39-25 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Carson Wall on the right side finds Chase Brady. He tries to go to the right block, and he's fouled. Chase Brady is going to get to shoot free throws. It will be on Davis Rage, his second one. No, they're going to say it was on the floor, so he won't shoot free throws. Carson Wall inbound it under the hoop. Pass intended for Brady almost picked off by Green River, but Wall gets it right back. Tries to go to the right corner, launches a three. It's off target. Left side three by Green River off the back iron. No good. Pulled down by Isaac Ruiz. Taken away by Jagger Mitchell. Evanston taking it the other way. And now David Baxter on his feet at the bench telling them to slow it down. 4:07 remaining in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus fourth quarter. Jagger kicks it back over to Carson Wall on the right side. Dumps to Latham Chandler in the corner. Wade Bowen in the lane off the glass and in. 41-25 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 3:47. Another steal by Jagger Mitchell. Going to Carson Wall. Wide open in the lane. Finishes it off the glass. 43-25. Red Devils are going to be the number 3 seed in the West. 3.5 minutes left to go in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus fourth quarter. Davis Rage into the lane. Kicks it to the outside to Brangham. Back to Isaac Ruiz, top of the circle three. Well short. Bounces off of the face of Jagger Mitchell into the hands of Carson Wall. Carson can't calm it down, and Isaac Ruiz takes advantage for Green River. He tries to pass to Trevor Brangham, but Trevor is not on the same page as Isaac, and it goes across the right sideline. Evanston will inbound it over by the center line. 43-25 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 3:11 and counting left in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus fourth quarter. Latham Chandler on the left side. Back over to Wade Bowen towards the top of the circle. Carson Wall. Back over to Jagger Mitchell, top of the circle three, off the front iron, rebounded by Austin Fox. They're looking for Isaac Ruiz, and there's a flag called on the right wing. It will be on Mitchell. And now with 17 fouls, that puts Green River in the bonus. Stetson Wiedrich comes in for Wade Bowen. He'll join Chandler, Chase, Brady, Jagger Mitchell, and Carson Wall. Free throw from Ruiz is good, as it's a 1-for-1, so he'll get another chance. 43-26 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, as Ruiz hits the second one. Carson Wall to inbound it. 43-27, 2:46 left in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus fourth quarter. Float pass by Jagger Mitchell, looking for Carson Wall. Picked up, deflected up by Green River. Evanston gets the rebound right back as Carson Wall tries to find room at the backboard. Nowhere there. Kicks it over to Chase Brady under the net, and he draws the foul. Chaotic course of events as Latham Chandler walks away from under the net with his hands out in front of his body, taking a deep breath as Chase Brady will get ready to shoot the free throw. First one is up, rolls around the rim, no good. He'll get one more. The crowd want Brady to hit this one. 43-27 with 2:27 remaining in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus fourth quarter. Evanston will play the loser of the East title game as Chase Brady hits the second one. 44-27, Red Devils. Evanston will take on the loser of Sheridan and Thunder Basin. Whoever loses that West Eastern title game as Green River tries to find Davis Rage along the baseline, but the pass is too strong and goes across. Evanston will take it. Timeout called, we'll take it as well. 44-27, the score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Red Devils lead it on a First Bank presentation of Evanston basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
When shopping for a vehicle, it's important to have a good selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. It's also important to have a knowledgeable salesperson that listens, a finance team that helps you get the payment that matches your pocketbook, and a smart office staff that makes sure all the paperwork is done right. You can always rest assured knowing that our whole team is working for you. Auto Farm Chevrolet, stop in today. We're a community-driven dealer.
Stetson Wiedrich on the left wing, back to Chase Brady at the top of the circle. Evanston leads it 44-27 with 2 minutes left in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus fourth quarter. ELAN OLLIFF bringing you the action live from Davis Middle School here in Evanston, Wyoming, site of the 2020 4A West Regional Tournament. Third place game, both of these teams going to state. The winner will get to play the number 2 seed. The loser plays the number 1 seed from the East. Quickly over to Trevor Brangham after the steal by Green River. They go to the top of the circle. 1 minute 30 seconds left as Rage goes into the block, and he is deflected out of bounds out of his hands by Carson Wall. Sorry, that's Logan Reichel. Davis Rage will inbound it for Green River. Both coaches pulled their starters, knowing that this is not the end of the road, as Austin Fox goes up and draws the foul. It will be on Latham Chandler. His first one. Austin Fox, first trip to the line today. First one is up, and it is off the back iron, no good. 44-27 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 1 minute 26 left in the Western Wyoming Evanston campus. Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus fourth quarter, as the next one from Fox is no good. It's waved off anyway, a lane violation by Green River. Carson Wall with the ball, goes along the left sideline, gets across to the timeline, goes to Jagger Mitchell, top of the circle, bounces it over to Stetson Wiedrich on the right. Carson gets it around the 10-foot line on the volleyball court here at Davis Middle School. Distributes to Jagger Mitchell in the right corner. Back over to Carson as he will go ahead and just retreat back towards the center line. Carson over to the free throw line, looking for Latham Chandler. Pass broken up by Green River, but Carson goes back and gets it. Quickly to Jagger Mitchell in the right corner, looking for Latham. Goes to Chase Brady, left side three, rolls around, rebounded by Jagger Mitchell, and put back in there in one fluid motion. 46-27, Red Devils with 40 seconds left in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus fourth quarter. Pass broken up by Carson Wall. He drives to the lane, kicks it over to Chase Brady. He's in the lane, and it's a miss. Evanston wants a foul, but they're not going to get it. Refs are going to let them play it out through the rest of the way. 20 seconds left in the Western Wyoming Community College Evanston campus fourth quarter. Green River with the basketball. In the left quarter, Davis Rage. Pass is broken up by Stetson Wiedrich. Stolen by Jagger Mitchell. Kicks it over to Chase Brady with 9 seconds. He drives to the lane, off the glass and in for the finish with 5 seconds. 48-27, 2-1. Evanston is number 3 in the West. Final score, Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, Evanston 48, Green River 27. We'll be right back with our post-game show after this on a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Welcome back to this First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com. Green River receives the 4th place plaque that says they are headed to state, and the Evanston Red Devils going to the center court to accept the 3rd place prize. Mason Ellingford has it in his hands, and he's trying to hand it to Dawson Crofts as the entire Red Devil team is at the center logo. Dawson Crofts off his crutches, being held up by David Baxter as they pose for the picture, as Evanston will be the number 3 seed in the state tournament from the west side. Evanston coaches, of course, Lex Cornea, as well as Brian Barker and Stephen Neal, managed by Caden Fry, Kyle Barker, Junior Zaremno, as they all are on the center logo taking the picture. As the student section now rushes the team, surprises them from behind. Evanston, before they can take their accolades, huddle at the top, the center logo, put their hands up, and give one last team cheer. It's time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston. We're fast and fresh meat, where they spend 6 hours daily slicing all natural meats and fresh produce for your 30-second sandwich. Well, the Red Devils and the Green River Wolves both came into this game knowing that their tickets were punched for Casper. Only thing left to decide is who's going to be the number 3, who's going to be the number 4. Well, the Red Devils sent a message early, outscoring Green River 22-10, led by Mason Ellingford with 7 points. However, David Baxter with 6 points as well. In the second quarter, Evanston then put up an 11-5 outscoring of the Wolves, led by 4 points from Mason Ellingford. And then in the third quarter, a 6-3 defensive showdown. But at that point, Coach Cornea had pulled his starters out, and Evanston was moving the ball around to kind of burn some clock. Led at 3 points by David Baxter, 3 points from Mason Ellingford. And then a 9-9 fourth quarter. Evanston led by Jagger Mitchell, Carson Wall, and Wade Bowen, while Green River had 2 points from Davis Rage and Logan Reichel. Final score, Evanston 48, Green River 27 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will have our Red Devil postgame stat report on a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
A pass to the Evanston Rec Center gives you access to 3 amazing weight rooms. As a serious weightlifter, you can accomplish all your goals of bulking and maximizing with our complete lines of Precor, Hoist, and Troy free weight equipment. If your weightlifting is more focused on firming, toning, core, and muscle strength, then you'll enjoy the Cybex equipment weight room. Don't wait another minute to reach your weight training goals. Live your fit life with a pass to the Evanston Rec Center. Stop in today, 275 Saddle Ridge Road.
When you want something custom built for your home, farm and ranch, vehicle, or trailer, it needs to be done with precision, be strong, and be affordable. Get all this and more when you work with the Steel Shop at Ellingford Brothers. You bring the plan or idea, and they'll make it a reality. The Steel Shop sells and installs vehicle accessories like bull bars, running boards, and bed liners. They also specialize in truck and trailer hitches as well. Get it built to last. Ellingford Brothers, 221 County Road in Evanston.
Meet the service and parts department staff at Auto Farm Chevrolet. We work on almost every type of vehicle, foreign and domestic. We also sell parts and accessories for almost all makes and models. Our staff is friendly and well-trained, and we are here to serve you. Open Monday through Friday beginning at 7:30 a.m. We invite you to Auto Farm Chevrolet for all your parts and for all your service needs. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a community-driven dealer.
Welcome back to this First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com. ELAN Olive here, bringing you the action live from Davis Middle School in Evanston, site of the 3A West Regional third place games, as The Red Devils clinched number 3 in the Western Division. Final score 48-27 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. It's time for your Red Devil post-game stat report. First for Green River, we've got 27 total points for the Wolves. 2 points for Isaac Ruiz, 2 points for Michael Richardson, 2 for Colby Ivy. A 3-ball from Jacob Foose. Davis Rage with 2. Logan Reichel with 2. Dylan Taylor with 5. And the Wolves led by Drew Gibson with 6. For the Evanston Red Devils, Jagger Mitchell gets in on the action with 2. Casey Perriman with 4. David Baxter steps in to fill the shoes left empty by the Dawson Cross injury with 11 points. 3 for Burke Thomas, a free throw for Chase Brady, 2 for Carson Wall, 2 for Wade Bowen, 9 for Braxton Lind, including 6 from beyond the arc, and 14 by Mason Ellingford. He leads the team. The Red Devils definitely, it's been a roller coaster ride here in this regional tournament. After they lost the first game to Cody, 55-44, a lot of people were wondering if Evanston were going to be able to make the next round. Then they answered by pretty much shutting out Jackson 62-18 and then winning a shootout to punch their tickets against Rock Springs. Final score of that one, final score of that one, I have it written down. A 6-point victory for Evanston, 45-39. So the Red Devils will be headed to state to represent the West along with Green River, Star Valley, and Kelly Walsh. We just got an update on the 4A West region title game. Star Valley 36, Kelly Walsh 26 with 6 minutes left, so that one not quite done yet. A barn burner happening at EHS Gymnasium. We're going to step aside and we come back. We'll have our final segment featuring our Look into the Crystal Ball, where we tell you what school events are coming up, an interview with Coach Lex Cornea, as well as our Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankham Family Dental Services. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
Welcome back to this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball on KNYN 99.1 with live audio online at mylocalradio.com. It's time for our final segment of the day and final segment of this tournament, and what a tournament it has been. We're going to take a look into the crystal ball and tell you what events are happening at the Uintah County School District #1 calendar. Indoor track and field is at state today at Gillette, so good luck to them. Looking forward to hear what their results are. On Monday, March 9th, we have an EMS choir concert at 6 o'clock at the Evanston Middle School. Tuesday on March 10th, we have a 7th grade girls swim meet at Lyman starting at 4:30. Wednesday, March 11, Aspen 2nd and 3rd grade music concert at 6 p.m. Thursday, March 12th, the EHS Jazz Band will be at the Wyoming Jazz Festival in Laramie, and EHS Speech will be at Green River. We'll also have the opening round state tournament game featuring Evanston and the number 2 seed in the East. Still waiting to see who that will be and at what time that game will be played. And then on Friday, March 13th, we'll have coverage of the basketball tournament here on KNYN 99.1 and mylocalradio.com. EHS Jazz still at Laramie, and EHS Speech and Debate still at Green River. Joining me now, we have Evanston High School basketball coach Lex Cornea. Coach Cornea, let's go ahead and get, I guess, the bad news out of the way first. We received report right before this one started that Dawson Cross would not be available for this game and is actually doubtful for the state tournament, but I think we have an update to that.
Yeah, we will not have him at state. You know, they're still evaluating some things, and I don't want to, say anything prematurely, but yeah, he will not be on the floor at state. But there's a lot of ways to influence a basketball team and leadership and presence, especially with the work that kid has put in. This community's heart should break for a kid who has spent tens of thousands of hours in the gym, devoted the last 17 years of his life really for these 3 days. And I know he does other things, but you ask Doss, and he loves basketball in the way that he doesn't love, the other sports that he does. This year was about these 3 days. And to have a kid have that happen to him, it's a tragedy. But guys rally, and he's a big part of that. When he came out on our bench at Rock Springs, well, I can tell you what kids were saying. They're saying this one's for him, Go play defense for him. Go rip to the rim or talk on defense for him. And so he's still a huge presence, and it's just a role that no one would ever wish on anybody, but I think it's a role that he will do well.
And during a break, you called a timeout at one point, and we were at break, but Dawson Cross came in on crutches with a high splint is what it looks like, and the student section just went nuts. So there's definitely appreciation for everything that he's done. It is very unfortunate, but it is part of sports. Let's go ahead and get back to this game. You said right after the Rock Springs game that, it's all gravy now, but momentum matters, and you guys definitely came out and took care of that. Yeah,
Green River, I know they tried to keep their guys healthy. Watching a kid like Dawson go down, it makes every coach kind of go, ooh, well, let's make sure we get to state intact. But, we came out and played so well in the beginning of that game. I think it made a decision early for Coach Ivey that, hey, let's call it what it is and get to state. But that was just the way our guys came out and played. I've been in Green River shoes last year. It's really hard to play that. What time was it? 1:30 game.
Yeah.
And then get up here at 4:30. It's brutal. We lost this game last year to Star Valley. But I think that they're going to have a good draw. I think their style at state. I believe they'll see Thunder Basin. That's definitely not final yet. But their style of basketball and how far they've come in this program. I think the West is going to represent well. And then Kelly and Star Valley. And us, everybody talks about how good the East is, but right now the West, we had to move through a brutal tournament as well. And I think that, we're a very dangerous team. And, these guys, there's a little bit of magic right now. I think they really believe in some things and kind of feel those butterflies that, hey, we might be on the cusp of something special. And it's going to take a lot of work to get there, but I know they're ready to go.
Do you believe that opening night loss to Cody might have been a blessing in disguise that might have refocused them? Also, it put you in this game where you guys are now going to be seeing a number 1 and a number 2 instead of an East or like you were afraid of.
Well, you can never predict these tournaments, especially 2 going on. The randomness involved in 8 teams playing to 16 teams playing to send 8. It's just unbelievable. So, I think it did work out well for us. But, the Cody game, I think we worked just as hard as we did in our other games, but maybe almost too hard. And I think they kind of got a lesson in control and pace and what it feels like to be a team that can dictate to another team what they're going to do. And then at Rock Springs, just our presence and kind of our ability to just calm ourselves, that was huge. That Rock Springs game might be one of the best high school basketball games I've been present at. just going blow for blow in the style that game was. And for us to come out of a game like that, where I believe Rock Springs played well enough to win and is deserving of going to state, is huge. I think our confidence is off the charts right now. We know what type of task is up against us this next week. We've been there before. But, when you believe a little bit in yourself and you've learned some lessons along the way like we have at 0-11 and then a first-round loss at regionals, there's just a level of experience there. You've seen a lot of stuff, and I think these guys are going forward with that.
This whole season has kind of felt like a decade into itself. That 0-11 start and then the almost perfect record in the quadrant, only losing 2 games after that 0-11 start, and then the first-round loss to Cody. And then to come back and beat Rock Springs in what's going to go down as a classic, and then to put an exclamation point by getting that third-place seed. You say that you believe it'll be Thunder Basin that Coach Ivy will be taking on. That means Sheridan will be the opponent for you guys. I don't know what time that game will be played. I want to say it will be an evening game, though. If it is Sheridan, what is something that you guys feel is a strength for you heading into that game over them?
Well, we were so turnover prone in those weeks of the season, and we have had some games where we turn the ball over a little bit more in this tournament, but some of that's just because teams are playing so hard and they're forcing you to turn the ball over. But I think our ball control, kind of our basketball IQ has gone up in leaps and bounds from that game. And, we match up with them in the post. Our guards, we really struggled in the beginning of the year, but I think right now our guards are playing better. Now losing Dawson is just huge. But we saw that David Baxter is, him and Dawson are best friends, and I think he said, hey, I'm going to go play for you. We saw that against Rock Springs. Burke Thomas stepped up. I think we can pose them a lot of problems, and it's all about momentum, and right now I think we have it. If you can tell me how to keep it over the next 4 days before we tip off at Thursday, let me know. But, I think these guys, with what they've seen, they're going to be a very dangerous team.
Coach Lex Cornea, Evanston boys basketball, thank you so much for your time throughout this tournament. I don't know if we'll get to talk with you at state, but just in case we don't, it's been an honor to kind of work with you throughout this year, and thank you so much for all the time you've given us throughout
thank you.
this
You guys
season.
have done a great job, and we're just glad there's one more week.
Same here. We'll see you in Casper.
Thanks.
It's now time to name our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game, and we're going to give it to Carson Wall, who put the cherry on top of this third-place game. Again, your final score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, 48-27. Red Devils take the number 3 seed. This just in, the regional title game between Kelly Walsh and Star Valley is headed to overtime at 36 apiece. So good luck to those guys. If you want something to do, go enjoy that game. Well, our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game brought to you by Dr. McKay Franklin Family Dental Services, going to Carson Wall, who put the cherry on top of this great performance, really this great tournament. Evanston loses by 11 to Cody in the first round, then absolutely hammers the Jackson Bronx. Final score there, 62-18. And then in order to get into state, wins an absolute battle with Rock Springs. Final score, 45-39. Wow, what a weekend. Evanston will go into the state tournament as the number 3 seed from the West with a record of 12-14. It's going to be fun. We'll have those times and those opponents for you as soon as they are available. Keep an eye on the Facebook page on mylocalradio.com, and also check us out on the Pitchfork Tuesday on KNYN 99.1 at 10:30 a.m. Also, the Wyoming Prep Podcast 3A, 4A state tournament preview with myself and Jake Hibbard. We're going to have some of the top coaches in the state, some of the elite players in the state, as well as break down our personal brackets for this event. That is Wednesday, 7 o'clock to 8:30 on KNYN 99.1 and mylocalradio.com, live from the Come On In Casper. Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast and for our weekend. On behalf of myself, as well as our producer, Val Cook, the one and only, this is Elan Olliff saying, we will see you next time the ball flies, which will be at Casper College. Round 1 of the state tournament on Thursday. Time and opponent will be announced later. Thank you so much, and take care.
You have been tuned in to a First Bank presentation of Evanston Red Devils basketball on KNYN The Big Dog with live video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's game has been brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, Dr. McKay Frankham, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Arrowhead Dental, Plains Tires, The Littlest Wood Shop, Evanston Regional Hospital, the Come On In Casper, Evanston Parks and Recreation, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Uinta County School District Number 1, Elling Ford Brothers, The Store, Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, Bear River Dental, Mountain West Business Solutions, and by Wyoming Dental Specialties. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with Rich's Ryan Steinekert and the Valley's Jake Hibbard, and production assistants Preston Bush, AJ Lamb, and Alyssa McDaniel. Biggest thanks to our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archive games and past interviews with Red Devil players and coaches. Like My Local Radio on Facebook to stay up to date with the games. Thank you for joining us on this First Bank presentation of Evanston Red Devil Sports on KNYN 99.1 FM and mylocalradio.com. Until next time, go Devils!